Welcome to Unveiling Beauty, the video podcast that focuses on your beauty and self-care. I'm your host, Nick Stenson, and joining me today is my friend and co-host, Anna Manukian.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. I love all this red hairness going on right here.
Right. It's been a good day. It's a good day today.
Today, I have another friend of mine, Corey Hoffman, who's the National Artistic Director for Pulp Riot. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So good to see you and
I
have
know
you on the
you
show.
too.
Oh my God. So, Pulp Riot. All the things of the vivid color world. Like for the consumer out there who's never heard of Pulp Riot, they don't even know what it is. Tell them what it is.
So Pulp Riot, I think in a nutshell, it is bold, vivid color.
Got it.
So it's those really, really bright, on-trend, vivid tones that you're seeing.
And we're talking hair color, right?
We're talking hair color.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are like the leaders in the vivid hair color world.
Beautiful.
So I know you also are a renowned colorist in LA. So what are some of the things that you're seeing, not only from the lens of color from Pulp Riot, but also what you're seeing that your clients are asking for?
Oh my gosh. So I'm still seeing a lot of vivid requests, like a lot of purples, a lot of pinks, especially for those that are like wanting to dabble in some of those brighter colors. But I really am starting to see more of a shift into natural colors. So for a lot of my clients in the salon, what I'm seeing is somebody that comes in, for example, like my hair. They have red hair and they're like, how is it that I can like amp it up, kick it up a notch, and give my hair a little more longevity?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of what I'm using it for as well. So it's pastels, really bright, but then also working into things like more natural tones.
I love that you say that because I think initially when vivid hair color became a thing, right? It was the purples, the reds, the yellows, the greens, all these fun, real primary colors.
Right.
And now to make it more mainstream and more wearable for just everyone to use, it is still that, but it is also your hair. And your hair, it's about shine. It's about the intensity of the tone that you see there. So talk about the maintenance of more of these vibrant shades.
Yeah. So these vibrant shades, they do fade with every shampoo. So every time you wash your hair, they're going to fade out a little bit. So it's really non-committal. You get this really, really vibrant result. So for example, somebody like me that has red hair fades. So this I can do over. It's going to fade with every shampoo, and then I'm going to be left with my red hair underneath it. So it gives me a lot more longevity that way. Plus, in addition to that, it's perfect. I have a lot of clients that come into the salon, and this could be with any hair type, right? Like anybody that gets any kind of pre-lightening service, so like a highlight, a really natural sun-kissed look, and they're like, I think for the summer I want to kick it up a notch, maybe add a little hint of pink or a little yellow, something along those lines. It's perfect for them because what will happen is as they start to wash their hair, it's just going to wash right out.
I love that.
Now, when you talk about washing out, because there's for those. Anybody watching at home that's like, okay, so what is it exactly? Like, am I going to see just color running through? Like, talk to us about the process of that, because it's important. It's an important factor to consider when you are even exploring the world of vivids. Like, I have a teenager who is now starting to get very curious about hair color as well, and I know that so many of you watching at home may also be now in that space of like, kids want to have more vibrant hair color too, and like, what is the actual level of the commitment of having something fun like this?
So, like I said, there really is no commitment because it does eventually wash out of your hair. Like you said, I also have a teenager. So a lot of times over the summer, he'll want to maybe put a little bit of red in there, a little orange. And so basically what I do is I highlight his hair, we put the color on, and then by the end of the summer, it's completely washed out. So it's one of those things that if you want it to stick around a little longer, you're going to want to wash your hair in cold water. You want to use something really, really gentle when you're shampooing, like a sulfate-free shampoo, low heat. But if it's also something that you want to get rid of a little more quickly, you also have the ability to do that by just shampooing more.
Shampoo
I
more.
like it. So,
Shampooing more. That's it.
when we think about ideal clients, I'm just looking over here. You have a sample of some of the tone. Let's take a look at that.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. So here I have, this is our color Nuclear.
Okay.
And so it's obviously a very, very vibrant orange tone. So this is what it looks like when we first apply it. With 5 shampoos, we get a little bit of fade. And then with 15 shampoos, we get even more
Still
fade.
beautiful.
So yes, so still very beautiful. It's going to last
tone.
you on tone. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So as you start to shampoo, you're just going to get a lighter and lighter version of the color that you originally applied. So that's a lot of times we say that like violet is the perfect, we call it like the gateway color. So it's a perfect introductory color because what will happen is we'll apply that in our Pulp Riot, it would be velvet, which is a really, really bold violet tone. You apply it, it's really, really bold, so it'll start out really bold like this, and then as you start to shampoo, it gets to a lighter and lighter version of purple, eventually completely fading out of the hair.
I think this is such a good visual to see. Now, obviously, this is on the brightest side of the color spectrum, but what I love about this is for anybody who likes these more vivid tones, the biggest complaint is longevity and then off tone, right? So as things fade, so if anybody understands how hair color works, in order to get to this level of vibrancy, you have to pre-lighten your hair, get it to a certain level of lightness, and then deposit this color on top, right?
Right.
Well, the problem with some brands out there is that it starts out like this, and then 6 washes later, it's not even this anymore. It's like Anna, right? So beautiful, but very watered down version of what this is. So this fades on tone, which I think is so critical for that client out there that's looking for that vibrancy that lasts a long time and changes over time. So you don't go from someone that's like, wow, look at your hair, to what happened to your hair. It just kind of changes its level of intensity over time, but not its underlying pigment, that tone that you see here.
Right. So the other beautiful thing is that our color is conditioner based. So like I said, it's really for any hair type. So if this is somebody that's got maybe highly textured hair that's a little more on the dry side, because of that conditioner base, it's going to add a lot of shine. It's going to really help to moisturize the hair. And it's going to leave the hair in really, really good condition.
Yeah, your hair is beautiful to shine.
Thank you.
I think I might need to.
I was going to say Anna.
I know. I'm like looking at you guys next to each other, and I'm like, you need a little splash of something.
Well, but that's the thing too, is that again, traditionally, I feel like when we see something so vibrant, you're like, I don't know if I can pull it off. Like if I see someone striking, walking down the street with really intense, vivid color, I'm always in awe and I'm always fascinated by it. But I'm like, I'm not cool enough to do that. But then I look at your hair and you're cooler than I am. However, when I look at the intensity and the shine, like you still have very luxurious, beautiful hair. That's not overly, like my kids are going to make fun of me for being like, okay, mom, you're trying too hard. And it's still very, very wearable and very luxurious. So I really like the fact that when you talk about it being an all-inclusive color, like there's really no wrong way to wear this color line, which is great.
No. And honestly, that really is the essence of Pulp Riot. Like at heart, we're by artists for artists. However, that also speaks to the client as well. Like we are an all-inclusive brand. And when we say all-inclusive, that means that it's for every person to be able to express themselves. So whether that's from the artist perspective, which is us as the hairdressers, like we get to creatively express ourselves through the canvas, which is the hair. And it's also for the client, too, to be able to express themselves in a really, really bold way and more, or maybe more of a natural way.
Well, I love the natural expression that you have on yours. I'm definitely very intrigued to try it on myself. And I know that you also prepared a really, really fantastic expression of like the full version of the color. So we'd love to see her as well.
Yes. Welcome, Bree.
Hi, Bree. Showstopper.
Wow, look at this.
So
cool.
This is my model, Bree. So Bree was kind enough to just I know as a hairstylist, one of my favorite things is just you have creative control. You can do what you like. And so I thought this was the perfect color for Bree. This is our color Sorcery. So it is kind of like a bluish, purplish tone. And I chose this for her, A, because I felt like it was going to make her eyes really pop.
Her eyes are like crystal.
And B, because again, it's one of those colors that's gonna fade really, really nice. So Bree was previously lightened. She had kind of like a grown out highlighted look. So for me, that's kind of like a typical client. They come in, they've got grown out highlights, really, really like later ends. And they're like, I think I wanna try like a little pop of color before I get my highlights done again. So this is a perfect transition for Bree because as it starts to fade, it's just gonna be more of like a cool toned blonde. And then from there, she can either decide to do a different color, refresh this color, or just go back to her blonde.
I love it.
Super fun.
So cool. Well, Corey, thank you for sharing all of these amazing colors and trends with us. You know, I'm super excited about this because this is now available at any Ulta Beauty salon nationwide. Our guests are coming in. They love colors. They love vibrant colors. There is something for everyone at Ulta Beauty, and that's what we want to make sure is that you come into a salon near you and you can get the experience and the color that you are desiring. So make sure to talk to one of our stylists in any one of our salons to learn more about what is the right color for you, and check out all of these new Pulp Riot colors. All of these fashion colors are super cool. Make sure you schedule an appointment in one of our salons. Click on the link below in the captions to visit an Ulta Beauty near you. And until next time on Unveiling Beauty, stay well, feel beautiful, and be you.